Alright guys, this is Just West 2015 and I'm presenting to you my Oakland Raiders Madden 16 franchise. And I'm just right now going over all of my starters. Of course I've got Derek Carr and Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree on the offense, as well as Rob Streeter and Latavius Murray. He's a solid running back. It looks like my offensive line for the most part is decent. My defense is alright. They struggle at the secondary. They've got the notorious Charles Woodson. The linebacking core is solid though, with Curtis Lofton, Khalil Mack, and Aldon Smith. I think in free agency I'm going to be looking towards getting maybe a wide receiver and some corners. Maybe trade. At this point I'm kind of just going to go and look through my depth chart, and the game froze at this point. So I'm going to look at my roster, see who's on here, and make some necessary cuts, because I checked free agency and tried to sign a few people, and it told me my roster was full. Some rosters aren't, some rosters are. I decided to release Seth Roberts. He just, in my franchise mode, that I try to bring the youth here. I try to keep my roster as young as possible, so that my roster can expand and grow together and win championships together. And I just noticed that Justin Tuck was hurt for the rest of the season, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to release a left end to make room for defense, because I don't have any room at defensive tackle. I'm going to start the rookie at right end, I think. And there you'll see I checked and saw that my defensive tackles were two. I have a lot of linebackers, so I decided to release Ray Armstrong. I also took the Raiders and I made them a 4-3 defense, as opposed to a 3-4 defense. And here you'll see that I'm probably going to end up releasing another outside linebacker, Benson Mayowa. Now I'm just checking, and I released Tevin McDonald, another young guy. He was a rookie out of Eastern Washington. He played the scheme that I was going to, but he was just not the type of player I wanted. I'm not opposed to keeping lower overalls on my team. Excuse me, I have a cold. And now I'm looking at my free agent options. I think Ted Ginn is a free agent. So I'm going straight to defensive tackle first, though. I'm not even going to look at the wide receivers. And I'm going to sign Jeremiah Wright, just one guy. And you'll see later on I end up signing a cornerback in free agency and trading for one. Right off the bat, though, I'm just kind of scanning free agency, not really making any decisions, and now I decided, hey, I'm going to go trade, see what I can do to get a corner. I ended up trading a 4th or a 5th round pick. I think it was a 4th round pick. I was going to go for Micah Hyde, but I decided to go for Josh Robinson. He was kind of young. He played the defense I wanted to. And if you look at it, I have $46.5 million in cap space with a roster size of 49. So I sent for Josh Robinson for a 4th round pick. I mean, at first I was going to trade maybe a different corner away, but then I decided, hey, I'm going to send a pick, because I don't really draft well in the late rounds. I've never done that good in the Madden franchises. And the Raiders have played good this season. I decided to go with the Raiders because I think that Amari Cooper and Derek Carr show some of the same tendencies that your Andy Dalton and AJ Green have shown. And if you think about it, you know, who else was in Andy Dalton's draft class? I think Colt McCoy, Sam Bradford, I do believe. And none of those guys got drafted with a wide receiver that could do much. I did decide to sign a running back, and I also decided to sign Tim Jennings. Now I'm deciding who I want to start. At first I was thinking about Roy Halou at starting running back, but then I decided Latavius Murray would stay. I like to explore my options. I did decide that I wanted another wide receiver at this point. 4 was just not enough depth for me. So immediately, me heading to free agency, and I'm just going to look for a little bit and see what I can do in the free agent market. You see all too often that wide receivers are the most commonly hurt players in Madden. So I do need some more depth at that. I need some corners and other players. I really need some solid players, though. It's so frustrating. I do sign Ted Ginn to a 1-year deal, and I decided, since I signed him instead of tight end, which I was going to do, I was going to run a tight end in the slot, but I decided to sign Ted Ginn, and he's my slot receiver. I'm checking that out now, and I also decided to just give it a quick little sweep and see where some of my starters are ending up at. I don't like that a center was necessarily supposed to back up my left tackle, so I switched that up just in case my left tackle does get hurt this season. I also decide that there's a lot of other things that need done with my team as the season progresses. I'm waiting for some cuts to happen and such. I've noticed that they don't have very much depth on defense, per se. I mean, I don't know. It's just hard to explain. They just don't have the necessary depth at corner and defensive end. It's a lot of the same problems that Cincinnati has in real life. That's who my favorite team is, by the way. So I decided that the 3 corners I have are going to be good enough for this first game against Cincinnati. Hopefully their pass offense does not burn me. That would be horrible. I decided to put Ted Ginn returning kicks as well as punts, because who better than Ted Ginn to return those? The sliders I have make it really challenging for the outside receivers to catch the ball, so I decided that Ted Ginn was the best choice in free agency, by the way. That's why I chose Ted Ginn. I guess I didn't really get to explain that. And here you're going to see me go in and change the sliders to the advanced sliders. I do play on All Pro. I'm going to show you guys that for a little bit. And here is the sliders change. My first game against Cincinnati, I think, is going to be a challenging one. I've already played it. It was a lopsided event. I wish it would have been a closer game, but the next few weeks will tell if these sliders are good or not. I will tweak them if they are not. I hope you guys stay tuned to my next video. Keep your eyes up.